World Cup had reached its tail end. Congrats to Messi and Argentina for the glory and brought us one of the most satisfying storylines in recent generation. As for right now, the exciting club football had restarted once again, especially Erik Ten Hag and Manchester United. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? I'm Marvin, Codename CM. Welcome to the Code United channel. World Cup has seen its closing ceremony and Premier League can return back to our schedule. The juicy part of club football was slowly back on roll as the January transfer window approaching. We all know that Manchester United was in need of urgent improvement, especially Cristiano Ronaldo, aka the player GOAT debate has ended with Messi lifting the World Cup and in need of replacement. And in this video, I will suggest not one, not two, but three players in different positions that Manchester United should or must bring in regardless of purchase or loan deal purposes in the January transfer window. But before we enter the video, do please subscribe to help this channel grow, as each of your subscription was a massive motivation for me to create new content, and hit the notification bell for a new video release. Now let's cut the chase and here we go. First up, right back. January transfer window easily would have been the desperate window for Man United, especially bringing in new right back. With rumour or confirmed rumour that Aaron Wan-Bissaka was allowed the way out, and Dalo had been one of our best players and the only quality right back available. Man United had been searching left and right for a new right back with the names like Denzel Dumfries, Jeremiah Frimpong, Max Aaron. But the name I would like to suggest somehow kinda go under the radar and had been linked with Man United was Malo Gusto from Lyon. Malo Gusto is a 19-year-old right back that had been linked with Man United but not really hyped up as a surefire signing that Man United fans screaming for as compared to the other mentioned name just now. To be honest, I don't really see much of Malo Gusto playing in Ligue 1, but from other videos and the stats shows that he's a very technical gifted player with amazing short passing tiki-taka possession games that fits to Erik Ten Hag's likings. On the offensive side is where Gusto shines like most modern fullback nowadays. Gusto is a solid ball-playing fullback, possesses an excellent first touch and good pace. We see him in the Lyon matches, gave the option to overlap for delivering crosses into the box and will also underlap for the cutback to other teammates. These skills allow him in Man United squad paired with an inverted winger like Anthony, whom constantly drift to the central or dribble inwards for his favourite left foot, open up spaces on the sideline for Gusto to deliver dangerous passes or drive to the byline of the penalty box and lay off to other teammates. Or even pair with Jadon Sancho, where his playstyle surround with his pass and movement, whereby can be magnified if cooperated with a technical attacking fullbacks like Malo Gusto, will also surround his playstyle with a tiki-taka possession base. Besides that, due to his press resistance on the ball ability, he is more than capable to play as an inverted fullback, slotting in the midfield area, give the extra man to outnumber the opposition, similar how Dalo role in the Erik Ten Hag system. On the defensive side, Gusto was not slacking behind too much as well. He was strong with good height, standing on 5'10", but most importantly, Gusto was very disciplined when it comes to 1v1 defending. As many teams nowadays tend to have their best offensive players play on the left or likes to start on the left wing, allow them to cut in and shoot with their stronger right foot. Result in right back nowadays have a ton of pressure to have a great 1v1 defensive ability when it comes to dealing with them. As for Gusto, defensively had provided a quite good discipline and athleticism to cover up the gap left after joining the attack. His positional strictness in possession enabled him to be in the right place to counter press well on the high line, and which helps him rack out a plenty of interception, makes him fit very well in a high defensive line system to the liking of Erik Ten Hag. On the downside for Gusto is that although he's more than capable to overlap the sideline, but he does lack a sense for when and how to be more direct. When afforded free space out wide, he's reluctant to move more than a halfway between offering long and short, and therefore rarely makes a move that could exploit the space ahead in, which could be frustrating to watch at times. But I think this was not really that crucial because the current Man United squad had more tendency to play on the left side compared to the right. It showed that bringing in Gusto for the asking price of £30 to £35 million, I would say was slightly overpaid, as I see he's very raw, not a complete package yet, but maybe a 20 million at max exciting prospect. By bringing him to play as a backup to Dalot at first, slowly pick up the pace of Premier League, restoring him gradually to be a starter one day, as Dalot till today had yet to confirm his contract in Man United, as a reckon for Gusto to be an immediate competition / replacement if Dalot do not sign the contract, would be kill two birds with one stone situation. Moving on to the midfield. For the midfield had been a main priority to reinforce since the summer transfer window with the likes of Casemiro and Eriksen. Both have been amazing signings for United, as we've seen Eriksen playing as a deep-lying playmaker, while Casemiro has been the class, quality, oozed with extreme confidence CDM United missing since forever. And don't forget the non-stop drama surrounding Erik ten Hag's love for Frankie de Jong, which actually starting again as per the report suggests. But even with these two signings, we have seen a glimpse of how Erik ten Hag wants his team play a high possession, high line, high pressing system, and the midfield was the crucial link. We still found out that these signings were not enough because other than Casemiro and Eriksen, the left-arm midfield squad was subpar in quality at best, and to be fair, applause must be made to Eriksen, but if he plays as a backup midfield will be a better choice, and United must bring in another playmaker or carrier midfield with a high press resistant ability. Since then, many names have been linked to United, such as the mentioned just now Frankie de Jong, Enzo Fernandez, Adrien Rabiot, with Frankie de Jong recently reported on a U-turn back wanting to join Man United. I remain skeptical about the report regarding the Frankie de Jong until we see him lifting the Man United shirt. Enzo Fernandez, due to his amazing World Cup performance, and Benfica would want a huge sum of money on him, and I would take a step back and rethink the choices. So there is one name that I think Man United can have a look in which stay under the radar, which is Joey Veerman. Veerman is a 24-year-old central midfielder from PSV's same team as Gakpo. Playing with the likes of Gakpo and highly rated Xavi Simons had easily overtaken Joey's spotlight, but Joey on hindsight suggests was a technical and fundamental playmaker with great press resistance during possession. Also, Veerman plays with a calm and collected, dictate the tempo of the game very well, whereby was a very important part of Man United lacking in the midfield area other than Eriksen. Besides, compared to Eriksen, Veerman was much more athletic than Eriksen. As we know, Eriksen was quite prone to the faster of physical players, but not such a case for Veerman, as he is a stronger and have a decent pace to deal with those kind of presses. In possession, having received the ball and dealt with any pressure he is put under, Veerman possesses a high level range of passing that can adapt whether in the situation dictates. He can circulate possession in a deeper position, link play across the pitch, play along diagonals that find wide attackers, attack depth with direct balls over defenses, or break lines with the quick, accurate passes that progress possession and are difficult to defend. But Veerman was not immune to weakness. Veerman was also known for two major weaknesses that prevent him to achieve a top-class player. First weakness is that he was a great passer but not a control great passer. It was quite similar how criticism on Bruno Fernandes attempting a lot of Hollywood passes result in a lot of wasted possession. As for Veerman, contained a great passing vision made all the more potent by his willingness to play expensively combined with a high-risk, high-reward attitude that defines. He rarely hesitates when he spots a player showing between the lines or a runner's attacking space, which largely contribute to his passing percentage hovering 75 to 78%, but when he effectively would easily a highlight reel. Another weakness was his another side of view to say that his defensive ability able to match with his level of tactician would leave a lot to be desired, but this can be solved in the short term by playing alongside a world-class CDM like Casemiro as a double pivot. But in the long term, Veerman shows promises with physicality, mobility and functional speed, making a potential decent defender. With him ticking many of the boxes as a playmaker central midfielder, Veerman will be my recommendation for Man United to look for or bring him to train under Erik ten Hag possession style system or a much more control based possession style, and also with Eriksen would have been a huge upgrade for United squads, but also Roma to climb to the next level of his own ability. Lastly, to address the elephant in the room. Since the whole circus fiasco surrounding Cristiano Ronaldo interview with Piers Morgan exploded on the scene, Man United had been very desperate to bring in a new striker to replace our CR7. As we all know, Man United initially had been very shallow in depth on front, where Anthony Martial can't be trusted to stay fit. Marcus Rashford was more of a winger than a striker. As per right now, there was a list of strikers linked to Man United. It's so long that almost every top league striker and their mom was linked to Man United, not including loan deals though. We are talking the likes of Cody Gakpo, Gonzalo Ramos, Memphis Depay, and so many more. Especially with Gakpo have been covered many times by the news and have been analysed, but the fit in Man United squad by other content creators, it's almost safe to say that Cody Gakpo was 99% going to Man United. So we will not cover Gakpo in this video. Rather, there's another one particular name that sent us to me that was not really an out-and-out striker nor a winger, but linked to Man United quite a lot. You all know who am I talking about is João Felix. Compared to another hugely involved name like Cody Gakpo, whereby he was a winger but very capable player up front. João Felix was more of a number 9 and preferred to play behind a striker as a secondary striker, but I think his skill as a movement and a creative link-up player, he would be preferred to play as a false 9 type striker up front, with often drop to the midfield area and create plays. In contrast, a very Erik ten Hag type of player. Besides, he was quite position versatile as he could play multiple positions up front, such as a right winger, the cam, lone striker, or left wing. This results that he can switch with Bruno Fernandes, who also likes to play very up front or very up high as a secondary striker. So if Bruno goes up front, that too, Felix actually can drop back to collect and create as a number 10 or a secondary striker. Even so, Felix can also act as a backup to Bruno Fernandes, hence this was Man United's potential weakness, as there was no quality cam player other than Bruno Fernandes. So by bringing in João Felix was best of both worlds for Man United squad. But the downside for bringing in João Felix was that can he adapt to the pace and physicality of Premier League, and how is his playstyle able to coexist with fellow Portuguese teammate Bruno Fernandes, as both of them had quite similar skill set, with the only major differences was João Felix's congested aerial dribbling and Bruno Fernandes' amazing off-ball pressing work rate. But since a lot of reports suggest Erik ten Hag had demanded aggressively to get João Felix, I believe Erik ten Hag would have a plan how to play João Felix together with Bruno Fernandes. So there is it, ladies and gentlemen, 3 players with different positions that Man United should or need to bring in on a January transfer window. What do you guys think about them? Are these 3 players in your list? Comment down below so that we can have a discussion on that. Thank you all for watching this video, hope you guys enjoyed it, and we will see you on the next one.